So this video, I wanted to talk to you about what additives go into soaps. And so what I displayed to you was several different jars of additives that I've accumulated over time. And so I just want to share with you so that way you can have an idea and maybe roll some ideas off of what I've done and add to what you might do. The first one, these are cold processed soaps that have, for some reason or another, it could have been whenever I was cleaning up the soaps, beveling them, planing them, and over time I had enough gathered, and so then I tossed them into a food processor and chipped them down. In the end, this is what happens. All of the accumulation of these soaps get put in one of these containers, and so I have two containers going. And what this does, and I have a small pile here that I have to do the same thing to. I'll sit here and I'll break them up and I'll get them as small as I can like this, and I'll just keep on breaking them up, and I'll wait till I get a nice bit going, because this will add volume. Once I have enough of it in the containers, I'll weigh these out and I'll keep them by. They will be used as an additive in my soap. More than likely something along the lines of a confetti soap. Earlier today I was chopping some beeswax, and here's a small piece of it that I left in here. And beeswax is really good for getting a solid bore, especially when you use a lot of olive oil soaps, especially when you have a high liquid oil content versus a solid oil content. It will just help to get a harder product in the end product. It helps with the release of the soap also from the soap molds. So this is product that's already come out of the supply, so I'm reusing it in a sense. An additive that you could have would be old soap chippings. All right, so that's one. Another one, and unfortunately I have to stay like in this area because of the way the camera is set up, so I do apologize for that, but they will come out and I'll make sure to get it as much as possible. I absolutely love ball mason jars. You guys know how much I talk about ball mason jars. If you've watched my other videos, you'll see that this is one of my go-to organization products because it's clean, it's clear, I can see what's in it, and I love it. Lavender. I buy my lavender from a company called Targill. They're located in Louisiana, and I get so much of it that I have two containers this size of lavender. A beautiful, beautiful product that you can sprinkle in your soaps, a soap additive, even used as a part of the topper. Lavender. And these are the lavender buds. It's a beautiful smell. Another additive that you can add to your soap, non-fat dry milk. Milk makes your soap feel so good. It feels so luxurious. At least I find the soaps that I've made that contain milk product, they tend to be more moisturizing. Also, goat milk. When I use goat's milk, I don't have a goat nearby. Though I used to have a goat nearby. Actually used to have two or three goats nearby. They're not there anymore, but I never did ask for goat's milk from my neighbors, but I do purchase cans of goat's milk, and it's my preference. Now, I have a small refrigerator, like the college dormitory type refrigerators. When I open this, I don't use the whole container. I don't replace all of my liquid with the goat's milk. I use it as an additive towards the end. I use it after the lye has gone in. This is my additive. I don't replace the water content with milk. My suggestion is to use it as an additive, and this way I'm able to extend how much I use in a sense. But once I've opened it, I'll put it in a container in the fridge. Another additive is clay, healing clays, and this makes for a very beautiful, very luxurious soap, and this is easily sellable because it's a healing clay. This is great for like facial soaps. This is the green clay, bentonite clay. You can use this kind of clay. Then there's something called kaolin clay. Clay soaps are very sellable, and for those of you who are from the spa industry, you'll know that these clays are used in making different spa products and masks most different spa techniques include the clays in the body treatments, especially the bentonite clay. But when you're using bentonite clay or kaolin clay, I've noticed that some soapers, they don't measure it, or at least maybe I'm not catching when they're measuring it. But all of these additives, in my experience so far, I find I get the best results when I'm able to duplicate a recipe because I've created a recipe. So I may use 1 or 2 teaspoons per pound of soap. So this way I know what I'm putting in my soaps, and I have a recipe that I can refer to when that soap sells out, or if someone requests it, I know that I can refer back to the recipe. It doesn't make sense to me to just pour, and that doesn't do me any good because I think I would be wasting product that way too. And I'm frugal, and I'm not ashamed to say that I'm frugal. So those are the clays, and once again, clay soaps, very sellable, literally go on to consignment with many spa companies, massage therapists, body workers. Clay soaps are a beautiful product for them to encourage their customers in using. The next additive is coffee. Now coffee is a very beautiful additive because the granules of the coffee lend to an exfoliation. So if you can imagine, you can brew some of the coffee and use it in your lye water solution, and then you can turn around and use some of the granules. Not a lot, because a little does go a long way with coffee. I've seen some beautiful soap creations with coffee. So yes, coffee can be used as an additive in liquid form and in the granule form, in the product form this way. The next one is beeswax, and I purchased my beeswax from a local supplier, and so I keep it in here. It adds to the solidity of the bar. Think about beeswax. Another way to help your soaps harden is by using salt. I don't have any in my, no, I beg your pardon, I do have salt in my shop. It's in the form of sea salt, pink salt, and the regular basic table salt. Predominantly, I use this to harden the bar. The next few I can group all together are herbals. I should have put that with the lavender, but I didn't do that. But the lavender, to include rosemary, to include dried greens. I'll talk a little more about this one. To include MacLeod tea. If you're from the South, you know what this is, the MacLeod tea. The rosemary in both the powder and there's some fruit that we do not consume the peeling. For example, mangoes, I know I don't, but I preserved these and wanted to see what they would feel like. Though I did read somewhere that it has the same, like there's something in the mango leaf that if you're allergic to poison ivy, it too has the ability to create that sensation. So I'm not sure about this one, I'll see. But tamarind powder, yes, I'll definitely keep that one in mind. Now one that I know that we all love is oatmeal. And oatmeal is very easy on the skin. As a matter of fact, for those eczema sufferers, if you take some oatmeal and pulverize it till you get it into a powder and create a beautiful aloe and oat soap, I think you could have a very beautiful product. And when I mention aloe, I don't per se have any aloe vera, not any plants nearby at least, and I don't have any intentions of going to buy the aloe plant, but I do purchase the aloe vera in a liquid form. And now I will replace the total water content whenever I make the aloe soap. So this way the bar it's used as an additive and it's used as replacing the water in the soap. Another additive that you could incorporate into your soaps is activated charcoal. Now just recently, activated charcoal has been in the news for its abilities to withdraw the impurities out of the skin. And this is a very good additive. So it's black in color, so if you needed to say darken a soap or what have you, you could very well get away with using activated charcoal. And I like to use this especially with men's soaps. And last but not least, you definitely can add oil to your soap as an additive. Not a lot. When you're using something as an additive, you have to maintain the understanding that it's only a portion that's going to be distributed throughout the entire batch and to each bar. So using an oil will add to moisturizing content of your bar because these oils will not be saponified. So using oil, maybe like an olive oil, which is very nourishing to the skin, it's not drying. Jojoba oil, something that's more like the oils of our own skin. So to end this video, this is all about additives. If there was something that I could tell you and reiterate when you're using an additive in your soaps, oh my goodness, keep a record, a recipe. Don't just pour because you feel like just pouring and saying, oh, that eyeball, I'm eyeballing 2 tablespoons. No, literally measure out 2 tablespoons, and you'll love that you did that, because when someone's going to request that same soap, you'll have it written down. You'll know that you used your base recipe and you have your additives written down. 2 tablespoons of whole rosemary, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and write it down. You'll be very happy that you did it this way, and this will prevent confusion, and you'll know, and you won't have to guess about what was that soap that Mrs. Jenkins ordered and she's asking for it again. No, keep a written record, even if it's just a little sheet of paper. I'll show you what I do. I have this, it's like a photo box, but on the inside of the photo box is like little cards that you can keep, you can write things on. And so whenever I find myself needing something to write on, it's right where I can grab it. And if I'm changing up a recipe or what have you, I make sure that I'm able to jot it down, and I keep something to write nearby, and that's helped me out a lot. Lastly, I'll take you on a little field trip just to show you what my wall of additives looks like. Things that can be utilized in my soap products, seeds that can go into that little machine, the grinder, and be pulverized to a powder that can be used as an additive. My friend, I hope this video was beneficial to you. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please leave them down below. I definitely enjoy reading them. Also, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. As always, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.